one they hate the most.
Okay.
Because I don't think they like them, either of those maps. Like,
I think they're quite comfortable on base. Not entirely sure, but I don't think they're...
Dad, stop watching, please. Oh, that's awesome. It's so I guess it's
embarrassing.
Kent and Karina must be his parents from Cliff Farm. So welcome. That's always cool. My mom used to watch me shoutcast. That was a blast.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was cool.
I should get my parents to watch.
Yeah.
They do shout medic every time I come home. Like, did you play the game again? Medic, medic! True story.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, they actually asked me earlier because I was visiting them earlier today. Like, do you have a game tonight? I was like, yep. Okay, have fun.
Medic.
It's like they're not even bothering anymore. Yep. I need ammo. Apparently, I shouted that a bit too much back in the day.
Oh, okay. So we're waiting on the final map choice here. Go ahead. Base, beach, or assault?
If I were KiH, I would pick base. Sorry, beach and assault. Because they would have better chances in long range snipers. But we'll see.
There is a lot of discussion
at what
here.
point? Yeah, what would you decide at the moment? Would you go for the strength of your own team, saying you pick assault, or would you go for the weakness of the other team and keep in base?
At this point, I would go for the weakness of your own team, just because I know it's going to be down to assault and base for them at least, and they've already eliminated 2 maps which are strong for OP, so they've already done a lot of that work already. I don't think either map really makes much difference to OP, so it's all down to whichever one they feel more comfortable on as a team.
I am observing their war room at the moment. I can see discussion going on. I'm not going to unmute at this time. We're going to save that surprise for you, but go ahead, Merlin.
It is a really big decision, but they are taking a bit of time over it.
Serious business. And TK Powell is enjoying the U.S. Open as he watches RTCW. That's a very... You're probably the only person in the world watching the U.S. Open and RTCW. So that makes you special.
I was going to say, wait, there's football on.
That's everyone.
U.S. Open.
Oh, there we go.
I was about to ask, I was like, wait,
Base
what?
is out.
Tennis?
Alright, so base is out. It is going to be beach and assault. Classic North American action comes to Europe tonight. Alright, I'm excited. Beach assault. God, yeah, I feel right at home. Let's go!
This is nice. Yeah. I mean, I do tire of watching beach because the only American pub server we have is on beach 20 hours a day. But no, I love me some assault. So.
Yeah, it is constant beach all the time. I actually hopped on the other day, and it was, they were playing Market Garden, I think. Someone requested that earlier. Like, hey, let's have some Market Garden.
Oh, yeah, they do. They have some good, I will give ECGN a little shout-out on here. They do have some good admins on there now, and they do map rotations somewhat frequently.
All right, so beach and assault, 2 very different maps. Very classic maps, so I'm excited. I'm actually really excited, Zed, to not be in the ice this time. Let's get out of the ice. It's, you know, let's celebrate summer a little longer.
I would have wanted to see actually a base instead of beach. It's just base isn't played that much.
No,
but you know,
I don't think it would have been that entertaining, if I'm honest. Both teams aren't amazing at base. I think both teams hate base
might
as well.
just be the one thing that makes it entertaining.
Yeah, true.
All right. So here we have it. We're on beach tonight, and we'll do your roster rundowns for you. OP on the Axis defense, Bully Chris Karma, wearing the Murtag, Oxy Clown, and Mata versus KiH on the attack. Feta, Malman, Smutzig, Skunjan, Sil, and Zerom. So we're going to have a lot of fun watching these guys lock horns and go head-to-head. We know incredible play from every single one of these players. Feta, incredibly fast. Zerom, lethal with Panzer. Clown, over on the OP side. Always a pleasure to watch. Bully is absolutely living up to his name. He is a bully. So we're going to find out who comes out on top. It'll be fun. We also have War Room coverage, so periodically we'll be hopping in and cracking the Allied code to dial in and get a little insight on what these guys are thinking behind the scenes. So good stuff there. We're just moments away from game start. Predictions, guys, let's start with you very quickly. Gut, go ahead. Who's going to win it? We don't have much time.
Man, this the map choices confused me. I was going to pick OP right off the bat, but now I think I'm going to call for a decider, and I don't know which way it's going to go. So I'll say OP in a decider somehow.
OP decider.
Whatever
right.
that score would be, 4-2.
All right, I'll give you 4-2. Merlin, go. We got waiting on 5.
I have to agree. I would say it's definitely going to be a decider.
Woo, yeah.
Who's going to sneak the decider? I would say I'll go for KiH just to mix it up. I think KiH will take it on the decider. I'm guessing it would probably be base or village as a decider.
Okay.
So I think KiH will take it.
You have a score?
4-2.
All right,
Okay.
Zed, go ahead, Zed, quick.
4-2 decider, and I'm gonna give it to KiH.
All right.
Finally, 3 deciders. Oh my god.
It's got to happen now, right? Okay, voice, your thoughts. Weigh in.
I'm gonna say 2-1 KiH on these 2 maps. If they can't do it here, they're not gonna win the decider either.
Okay, there you go. 2-1 KiH, and I'm always wrong, right, Kevin? I'm always wrong, so I'm not even gonna weigh in. Double goat. No, I'll weigh in. Crap. 3-1 KiH. That's just what comes to. Yeah.
Stop reading the chat.
That's what I'm thinking. Well,
here we go.
Ladies, gentlemen, soldiers, soldats, we completed that in time. Barely. You're here. We're live. The action of Return to Castle Wolfenstein begins tonight. Warwitch on the mic with the MG42 crew. And server issues. Timeout.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Hot start.
This is
timeout.
How does this happen?
No way.
I did say about this server. I did say before the game that this server lagged
crashed the
a
server.
lot.
I crashed the server. I crashed the server. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You did call it the moment we joined the server, Merlin, later. It is like the game literally started, and 2 seconds into the game.
I wasn't really ready, so that works out because I felt kind of rushed, you know, like I wasn't able to get my mojo going. So now I actually have a shot here
I
to
saw
do this
Askuna
right.
miss his first shot, so
yeah,
I think this is working for KiH.
Yeah, we're gonna do over. Huh.
I do recall before we went live that I did say we would have an hour pregame, right? So
yes, even though we started like 10 minutes before game start, we're gonna have that hour pregame. Thank God we did not hop on at the proper time, because if we did that an hour early, I had nothing to talk about at this point, and we're having more connection issues. I predict a server change. I'm just going to predict that right now. What do you think?
I think you're going to have one of your predictions correct tonight, Warwitch.
Not my score, that's for sure.
If we hopped on at 2 Eastern, we would just be sitting here watching The Empire Strikes Back right now, just commenting on the movie, waiting for the game to start.
Funny. And the Stormtrooper shoots, and he misses, and he misses
story
again,
about that, because
and he misses some more.
I know we've got a delay here, so you brought up The Empire Strikes Back, so I've got to pull it up. Best movie ever in the history of ever. And you guys should know not to segue into Star Wars ever when I'm on the mic, because you know what's going to happen. There we go.
What's going to happen?
There we go. That was from yesterday, and it was Star Wars Reads Day. And I'm reading The Empire Strikes Back to a group of kids. Spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. Sorry, Zed. I just ruined it for you. That's a
What?
big
Star
spoiler.
Vader? Who?
That's a
Who's it-
big
who is it?
spoiler for Zed. He's never seen Star Wars. So.
Oh no! Don't tell anything. I see. I don't want.
Darth Vader is the father of Captain Kirk. That's
Sorry, guys.
Who's Captain
Sorry
Kirk?
to spoil it. All right, so here we
Who
are on
is
our
it?
connection interrupted server, waiting for. Merlin, are we leaving? What are we doing?
I'm just checking the other servers just to see if they're like okay to use.
Okay.
There's massive problems with YCN right now. There have been problems in the past week, but it stopped for a while. So like one soldier server's completely destroyed. So it's like a crossfire TeamSpeak.
Oh no.
But the private server's fine by the look of it. I'm not sure. I think that's a UK server though, so I'm not sure how good it is for people.
Ooh, I think Fatu's gonna like that.
Oh, wait.
Maybe the Frostbite server as well.
So, all right. As we wait, I'm gonna
We could
scroll up
move
here.
it to an American server.
Oh, they'll love that.
200
That
ping,
makes
It's
sense.
the
200
equal
ping.
thing.
So,
I don't think that'll go down too well.
Eli Manning Giants, welcome. Always great to see you. Not a really
Oh-ho.
good year for the Giants, unfortunately. Could be worse, I guess. It could be the Vikings' right gut.
Nah. Hey.
You
At
guys
least
actually
we won
a
one
match.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We had to go to London. We had to go to London to beat the Steelers. But
Yeah.
yes, we won.
It was the lag issue. Lag in London.
Yeah.
Blanc and Channel, welcome. We have a little Red Alert music in the background right now. I like to use the actual music from RTCW, but I've always been a fan of the Red Alert soundtrack, so we're rocking that in our timeout situation. Move it. I always like to see new names. That's cool. Threads, hi. Welcome. And I'm looking over predictions real quick. If we get the game going, your predictions are as follows. Crab is saying 2-2. I'm not sure who that's going to. 3-1 KIH from Omen. 3-1 KIH from Tragic. 3-1 OP from Cliffarn. Victor 2-1
What?
KIH.
Did Cliffarn bet against his own team?
That's the way he rolls.
Evil.
Well,
That's how
take it
Cliffarn
this way, he
rolls.
can't lose.
He's a madman.
He can't lose. KH win, he wins. OP wins, he wins. Maybe he's just playing the
True,
odds.
true.
Yeah.
Tactical mastermind there.
Yeah.
Chip 2-2 just to be that guy.
Oh, Chipstalizer. Hey, hey, hey.
So here we are, back in the command center. A little scaled down today. Didn't have time to set up Skype, so enjoy the static and the presentation of a 1943 German movie. Blitzkrieg across Europe. Oh, speaking of that, not now. I think I'm going to wait until this cup is over. But I've been working with Sabo, and we've been experimenting with we use XSplit, but we've been experimenting with Wirecast. And man, Wirecast can do some stuff. Let me tell you what. So you're going to probably see some production improvements over the next 6 months. That long talked about backdrop, the multiple camera angles with lower third fades and proper scoreboards. That's all going to be coming. Got to keep the RTCW feel, but we'll at least keep this design, this theme that we've known and loved for the past year, for the remainder of the cup. All right. That being said, we are leaving server, and where are we off to, Voice?
I am gonna give you the new details right
Zyke,
now.
I actually used to use
There you
OBS. OBS is a really good program. It's free. It just is a little weak as far as what it can do. Maybe it's been improved. I don't know. I'll take a look at it again. OBS is a pretty darn good program, though. Let me see. All right, changing servers.
Not seen this server before. What server is this?
It was the old Assault server.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. That was used a lot in the last cup, wasn't it?
It was.
I think it's one of the few servers in the old cup that could like hold 14 players or whatever, 16 players.
Let's hope it still can. Because I think there have been several Assault servers.
Exactly, Cliff.
About time.
The effects. Wirecast has some amazing effects that remind me of TriCaster, which is the machine that we used to use in the Team Sportscast network, and it's really amazing what you can do. So.
Don't you have the TriCaster?
Not yet, but on the horizon. On the horizon.
It's coming.
Enough of my beautiful face, my smiling face. Let's get back in game. Not quite so beautiful as voice. And not quite as charming as Zed. You know, but I'm alright. I've got to go.
For an American.
Yeah. Zed's like the master race. He's like blonde hair, blue eyes, smiling from the darkness.
We tend to call him the creepy guy, but
yeah.
master race seems okay.
So we're hopping around here.
Just kidding, Zed. We love you.
We're teasing you, buddy.
I'm actually looking at the server list and I can't find any servers. Oh, this is a bit awkward moment, I guess.
Oh, this is definitely the old Assault where you have a 98 ping, Zed.
No. This.
No, this isn't the old Assault. Oxy says it's his server.
Oh.
Chip, to answer your question,
You got a ship
yes.
ping here too, Zed. And we're moving again.
I might have a server.
I think they're going to a private one.
The Assault one that I have should be up.
So if you are just joining us, surprise, surprise, match delay. Server issues. Really the first time I've seen issues this bad in the year that we've been doing this, Merlin.
Yeah, well, it's mainly because YCN's been having some connection issues, so I mean that was quite a mainstay server that was being used. Like the one soldier server was pretty even for everybody. Like Chris server as well, both were on the same box, so they're unusable at the moment. The lag on those is just horrible. German servers are pretty bad for some people. I've never really liked that ICE server that we were on. It's always been bad for me.
New IP in my comments.
Okay, is that what we're trying now?
Yeah, this is the other one.
Same as
yeah. It's the other one.
I just wouldn't even bother connecting Warwitch until they've agreed. Because you could be just connecting to like 4 or 5 different servers.
Okay, it's all right. How you doing over there, Gut? What's going on in the world of the NFL? I'm sure you're watching just off screen. I know you are. You're half paying attention.
Yeah, slightly. Following the scores a bit. Okay. Yeah, the Vikings have their bye week, so I'm not following too keenly right now.
Okay.
Talking about the NFL.
Right. I think we have our server.
Go ahead, Zed.
Nah, just wait till Feta comes, because he's gonna be like I lag, and then they want to change.
I think it should be fine. Feta loves German servers. Should be okay.
It's kind of nice.
Supposedly this is on the same box as the ICE server, so we could have the same lag issue.
I've got Steam open.
Maybe.
Got Steam open in the background, and it pops up. Gut is playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Nice. All right.
Way to go, Gut.
Just to say, for the people in the I know there's, many of you know that RTCW is free
Chrono,
already,
welcome.
But people who doesn't know, actually, RTCW is free now. It's free to play.
Yeah.
So
you can post up the link if you want.
Download this. Yep. In a moment.
I see multiple IPs here in Ventrilo. Which one are we going to?
The one in the voices.
I'll remove mine, sorry. That's voices.
Alright.
It looks like everybody's happy, so...
Oh.
Unless the server explodes again, we're all good. and only 40 minutes late.
Yeah,
That's,
Not like
you know,
that.
pretty standard for Wolf,
we're
right?
10 minutes away from having our pre-game.
In server! Alright, here we are. Okay, hey. OP are going with a larger roster against a smaller, scaled-down KiH.
That's how confident KiH is by now. And we'll just field 4 guys. That's enough.
Thank you, Zed. Yeah, if anyone in channel, if we have any new viewers that are interested in getting back into Wolf, it is free now. And so our viewers here, Dr. Zed and friends, they'll help you out to get started back with the classic Return to Castle Wolfenstein that we have still dug our little claws into and have not let go. Thanks to Zed last year, who indoctrinated me and started the Anniversary Cup. We're still going. Slow but sure.
Yep.
And it looks like we're just moments away, so I can get ready to do my whole spiel. Anyone out there know how I start every match? It's... okay. I'm about to do it. It's tradition.
Bye.
I'm waiting for
Just waiting on
chat to catch up. And Karma.
Snotsig and Got.
I was somewhat watching football, and then I keep hopping into the wrong server apparently because our IPs change every 1 minute.
Yeah, everyone's on the server.
I was on some server there for a second.
We're only waiting for you, Gut. Only waiting for you, Gut. The players are waiting for you, Gut.
I'm gonna laugh if the server's full.
And that's game.
By the way, Zed, is the next cup, is that gonna be the Anniversary Cup of the Anniversary Cup?
It takes
Good
6
idea.
years.
I don't want to blow anyone's mind here, because we're waiting on one player, but you guys are going to think that I'm like born of a different planet. Almost 41 years old. The last time I had a drink, I was 15. Never smoked, never touched drugs, and I'm a vegetarian, and I work out every day. I'm a freak. Just
I was fine with everything you said until you said vegetarian, and then
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god!
Red Bull, yes.
Vegetarian.
You're right, Shrubnub, you're
Not
right.
one of them!
I like the Red Bull. It does give you
Is
wings.
it contagious?
Vegetarian for 21 years, so.
Oh. So, they've been the good 20 years.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll live longer. We'll see.
Well, we still have half of your life ahead, so plenty of time to cast
No.
out CW.
That's true. Definitely not vegan. Eggs and cheese for sure. Good stuff. Alright, in server. See, this is the kind of stuff we talk about when there's match delays, alright? We wouldn't be talking about Star Wars and vegetarianism if we weren't in this situation. So we'll be... game faces will be on here in a moment.
I'm glad you're the only one on cam, so they can only see your game face.
Yours is too distracting, voice. Like, oh, ooh. Who is that handsome man?
Without his game face.
But all that being
Oh,
said,
this is shock-
I'm
does
not,
the stream open?
I'm not one of those judgmental vegetarians. You know, like, hey, you want to eat meat? Go for it. I don't care. I'm not preachy. Live and let live is my motto.
I always say I consider myself a vegetarian, but I do not consider pigs or cows animals.
Yes.
So
Exactly. I knew that was coming.
whatever.
Hey, Rami.
One thing I do have to say about these maps, in terms of clown panzering, these are very difficult maps to panzer on when you haven't panzered for a great deal of time. Beach is all about knowing when to jump out and shoot, and Assault is the same pretty much. Oh, and here we go for the start.
Well, thank you guys for hanging in there tonight. Ladies, gentlemen, soldiers, and soldats, that is how we begin every cast tonight. KiH. Crash in 3, 2, 1, beef. KiH versus OP
And there's
tonight.
Askungen shots!
KiH on the push. Askungen opens things up. 2 kills right there from the start. That being said, Gut, we're going to hand it to you, Commander. Let's go. Los.
Oh, they're getting OP is getting very lucky on their arties on the breach right there. I mean, they took out everyone from KiH that tried to rush up there. So no plant on the breach so far. They do have the door planted though, so they should be able to bust in there and get the flag. Let's see, they're making a second run up here now, but there's
Fenta.
more arty strikes. They
Leaning down, flyers are out. He's got it. So a little bit of a delay right there, but so far so good, Voice.
So far so good, and with the first 2 shots by Askungen opening up the forward bunker, it is very nice by KiH to have that door blown within the first minute of the game. Next up, grabbing the flag and planting the wall. No, blowing the wall. It is in fact planted.
Tracking Askungen here on the right-hand side, and there is the seawall breach. So, laying down the long-range fire, here come the Allies flooding into the Axis base tonight at 6-3-4. Merlin, you probably don't expect to see OP fall back at all. They're going to play a very aggressive defense. Would you agree?
They'll be playing push forward, especially at the beginning, until about 2 minutes. I don't see them falling back, unless they really get pushed hard. I mean, KiH are one of these teams that will push you very hard, so it's a possibility.
Tracking Chris on Axis defense here tonight. Swarmed, but fighting for his life. Throws the airstrike, then taps out. Or actually gunned down by Smootzig, rather. And now with the Bully as LT. Karma behind him as medic, so that classic LT medic combination. Here we go. Incoming push. Askungen meets the MP40 of Bully and shuts him down. 5:44 here on the clock. Gut, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just, I was watching the same thing you were when you were talking there, and now I'm watching Clown up top there, and yeah, they've got a nice, oh, there he goes right there, 2 banger. Not quite a wham bam shazam, right? But that was pretty solid as well.
A warm up.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, see, but KiH has a couple people on the back stairs right now. Malman and Smutzig are over there.
I'll be the one to say it, Warwitch. That shot was a second too soon, because just as those players blew up, the respawn timer ticked, and the guys respawned straight away. So it took out 2, but they never really lost the players.
Here we go.
The KiH have 3 in the base, 2 or 3 in the basement.
Here's
Only
Bully.
1 guy there.
Single-handedly trying to hold them off, but can't. And here comes the KiH pain train rolling in. Let's try to get a lock on them right now. Here we go. Feta, if he's down here, will get the grab. I see Sill. So it is going to be Sill backed up by Malman. And we're off to the races here at 4-3-0 tonight.
KiH have 5 in the basement. This is really, really good. They just got to wait until OP spawn time.
And they have Bully down on full already. And Mata low HP upper back stairway.
Zerom clears the way with the Panzer. Here comes Sill tonight. Green light. At 4:04 on the clock, he's going to back up, so they definitely know the Axis spawn time here. He's falling back down the stairs, and we're going to hang tight on the war room coverage here. We're going to be doing a lot of it. Going to hang tight for a moment. What is going through Sill's mind right now, Merlin?
Well, he's just waiting for his team to clear it out, and 3 OP players are on like 20 seconds spawn. There's only Karma and Bully in the radio room. They're just going to have to hold it off for 10 seconds. Sill's not doing anything at the moment, so they should be safe.
You know Karma's got to be feeling nervous right now, Voice. He's watching the radio stairs. He's got to be nervous.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I just saw Mata jumping down the back stairway with a nade and self-killing while having his sight on the dog carrier. Still moved up now, backing away again, waiting for his team, as Merle pointed out, to clear out the radio room.
Oh, that's a
Mata's
great
back in
shot by
position. Keep an eye
Oh,
on
there's
this is it.
Zerom.
It's gonna
Clears
be
the
a-
way. Double Panzer kill. Swings it low through Axis spawn tonight. Will it pay off? We'll find out now. Misses the ladder. Axis spawn inside and clears the day. 511 still gets it done. That could have gone really wrong, but that shows the command they have. Zerom with the Panzer and knowing exactly the spawn time of the enemy. So at 511, we'll pull up the scores. Go ahead, voice, break it down.
I'm actually quite surprised at the few amount of kills on either side. Like Oxy getting 8 kills. Oxy clearly taking revenge for his previous game in which we said he was a bit behind. I love to see him picking it up now.
Taking advantage of the German server as well, I guess.
Obviously,
Being the only
he's
German
German
as well.
after all. Yep. Great play by KiH though. Definitely took their time when they had to. Never really panicked, and setting a 5-minute 11 time. Quite good, quite good.
Yeah, I would say when you're only down by 300 damage, and when you're on offense on beach, that's a solid round right there for KiH.
But KiH did have the docks for quite a lot of that. So like, OP were effectively just sitting, waiting to be killed a lot of the time, and I think the top of long looked like quite a weak spot for OP from what I saw. Like they had Karma in the reviving medic role, and what I said before the game was, as a merc, Karma really will only bring you like aim, very one-dimensional. You have to put him in the position where he's just going to be shooting, and he's not in a role. He wasn't in a position to do that. He didn't really bring much to that game. They just need to push out, be a bit more aggressive on the next.
Well, Rami, you're in luck, and we do have War Room coverage tonight, so by your command. Commissar, we're going to head into the War Room right now and take a listen to OP. Let's dial in. We've cracked the code.
Continue.
Here we go.
I'm covering you.
Got him. Upland.
One still on forward.
Reach out. Did you say pick up?
One on top of
to that
forward
one.
Tracking
One on
Mata.
the plan now.
Now with Bullet.
One on top.
It's now at 41 and
40. That sniper
Next 001.
All right, Virus.
Sniper
Here's a
upper
Skoonja.
front.
Oh,
One in bunker. One on
Sniper
top
D
of
takes
bunker
down
spawn.
Clown. Good shot.
Clown, I'll do the FFVs at the upper base.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I'll switch when we have to flag.
41 is small, next is one.
Really?
One in bunker still.
One is antenna.
Sniper
antenna,
yeah. Hit him. Must be self-going. One breach.
I'm
I
getting
have a really shit RTL breach.
He's self-close.
Down with Mata. The battle
Offset
of the
the sniper.
snipers.
Next
Again,
one,
the OP War
One's
Room.
full, I guess.
Strike at the Panzer flag. shot.
That's 21 next one.
Oh shit, spawn back.
Really getting a very
Zone from breach.
You can go short. there's two
classic
mounted short, one
RTCW
is
feel
switching
here
from
on a
short to
German
long.
server. Hearing the accents, it's taking me
21,
back to
21.
1944.
One
Yeah,
in
well, we
middle.
don't know.
There's another one
I
at
think
sword.
it is.
Oh man.
Ready to the-
Oh god.
Answer short. It's one of them.
One is going for
That's
flag.
zero. Just zero in the
Like that.
defense.
Spawning Chris, 21.
I'm nading short.
Everyone upper range.
I go for it.
Got
Oh, come on.
Strike in spawn. I'm going in short.
41.
That's Oxy. Can hear the
I
steady
shot
communication
short,
of OP.
Oh.
Minor frustration, but plenty of time. They know they have 3 solid minutes
What
to
was
get it
next one?
done.
41?
41.
Yeah. But it's half.
One's inside steps. Back steps. Short, where?
Yeah, there's two guys.
Could be Panzer, could be Panzer.
I mean, the murder one.
Spawn 41
ball.
clown.
41.
One here. Let's have
Spawn right
spawn
there.
a bit.
40, 41 between.
We're two up and long.
Slight
Checking our
discussion
back
spawn times. Spawn times.
Try to get down now, guys.
There's one.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh
Spawn
shit.
0.
Didn't
Just an LT.
Wait.
There's one.
I can still revive this one.
Here's Sil falling back from the incoming OP rush, but he comes out on top. Nice.
Sensors on top of upper base.
Looks like he takes out Chris and Oxy. The KiH pretty much non-stop straight down the console. Still in war room here for another minute or so.
Zero?
Yeah, 0-1 between 0.
I'm not. Chris?
I'm going down
I'm
long.
not short. I'm dead.
Here's Chris.
Left one long.
Allied push.
Left stairs. Really weak LT.
Agreed Crab.
I'm
Sil
dead.
is really on fire.
medic
Alright,
here.
takes down a
That's very
Skilljin.
well.
Chris now diving in.
Antenna.
Dial up the tension. Here we go.
I'll take it.
LT, plenty of ammo.
Oh, that's cool.
And we've got a
next one.
grab.
20, I mean, next one.
I'm getting the fuck out of short right now.
I'm going too short.
Nice, Chris.
Again, Karma.
I'm coming short.
Some of the weight on
should be
his
really
shoulders
weak
right now. Here we go. Radio
I can
stairs.
blast him.
One in my back.
Taking shots from behind. It's going to get picked up and returned.
Oh my god. Okay.
Staying tight. Coming up on the 1 minute warning.
Great return.
No shit happens. We're all alive.
And Chris has got the
We
grab.
can still- We should try short right now, Chris. Chris.
One up and long. What's going down long?
Short?
Okay.
Nobody's even watching short. I don't know. Oh, 1 LT is a short. 1 LT.
What's the case at radio?
Go.
Here we go.
Maybe you can make
Inside. Inside. Pushing
There's a
through the
left short,
breach.
but-
The iron
There's
fist
one
of the
left,
axis
left.
away. Can't do it. It looks like a Skilljin was there and got the return. We'll sound the alarm
next one.
and head out of the war room right now. Merlin break down that incredible round. It looks like OP are going to flounder and KiH are going to hold.
Yeah, I mean, they really had a good chance there. KiH just doing some revives in the doorway, really just slowing them down, blocking them off, wasting all the medics' ammo. The spawn time was so good for the last push. Like, KiH wouldn't spawn again from their 40-second spawn. So like they could have just taken their time and got the spawn kill in, but they rushed it. They rushed it on the minute mark. There was just no need. So KiH take the first round. I think this is going to probably set up. This is what needed to happen to set up a decider. I think OP have more chance of coming back than KiH do from losing a round.
Well, let's lock it down. Gut, welcome back. What were your thoughts on that round? There are your scores, and I'll update the scoreboard right now. 1-0 KiH.
That was fun to watch. That was kind of watching the radio stairs, as I'm sure you were throughout the last couple tries there for OP to try to run those dogs back, and yeah, KiH made some great just individual plays actually outside of the normal their teamwork. I mean, obviously they're always playing as a team, but they guys who was I can't remember who it was with the pistol that stopped Karma
that
on
was
the first
Malman.
push.
Malman.
Yeah, I mean just
really
a great
nice
play.
shot.
I don't think you guys could hear the comms, but I heard Karma shout it, like, there's one behind me, and while he turned around to shoot back, Malma just had some solid aim on Karma there and pistol whipped him and returned the documents just as he died, buying his team enough time to respawn again. Really lucky there. And for a second there I thought on the second dock run, so to say, that OP was still gonna get it, but Zerem waited just long enough with his sponsor shot to put OP into doubt, buying enough time for Askunga to come in the back and shoot them from from behind. It was really great as well.
Well, the rolls remain the same. 1-0 is the score now in favor of KiH. And here's Zerom on the Axis defense here as sniper. We'll find out what he can do as he lays the hurt down on the incoming OP push. Have Overpowered learned their lesson from that last round? Can they bring the pain this time, set a good time, and get on the scoreboard before we head off to MP Assault? We'll find out. Here's Zerom. Track the carnage. Voice, you've got the call. Let's go.
Following Bully right now, who's actually having a boring look at the wall. Let's see if I can find some sniper action. It's Mata for OP trying to hold the defense on the door. He's waiting, and he shoots, he misses, unfortunately, but that doesn't stop the Chris from planting. Nice work there by OP, having both plants down within the minute. And we got Seal going for the defuse, and is anyone watching? Seal is defusing at the wall
He's
right now,
got it.
and he
Oh,
gets
yeah.
it just as the
Saw it
just
long
as the allies
range
respawn.
through the eyes of Oxy. So I wasn't able to get there in time, but that defuse is critical. Anything like that really just puts a nail in the coffin of the hopes of OP to set a good time, Merlin.
Yeah, really key defuse. I mean, it's more of an annoyance getting the wall. It's not as key as getting, say, the door, but I mean, it's just going to slow them down. If they get the flag and they forget to plant it again, it really sets up an easy flag defense. You can sit on the bunker and defend from inside the bunker fairly easily. OP just need to just sort themselves out a little bit. They seem to be like playing quite anxiously. I know for Karma in particular, this is probably the biggest game he's ever had to play. He's never played in any late tournament finals or anything, so he's going to still be, hopefully not be thinking about that docks run too much, and just continue with what needs to be done. I mean, they've got the flag now, they've got the plant down. 6 minutes on the clock, they've got plenty of time to get a time on the board.
We know the fastest time that KiH can do it, or have done it, is 5:11, at least in this matchup. Dark Angel.
I tell you, I'm still watching.
seems to be pretty
I'm
smooth.
watching from
Go ahead, Gun.
an overhead view here, and OP seems not to be pushing too hard. I mean, it seems like they're trying to fight that upper base defense, but like just from the trenches, which I don't know why they're doing that.
Because Mama grabbed the flag and let 3 of the allies spawn back, who just took the flag back again. Actually, 4 allies spawned back. The bully advanced way ahead of the rest of his teammates. Waiting up now, and here we have another attack by OP going through long now, through the inside stairs. But there's Moment waiting for them. Taking out 2 by Sadist and Zerum with the Panzerfaust.
No massive kills, but Zerum is just dismantling people, Merlin. Onesies and twosies.
Two every kill is, you know, if you get 2 every kill, I'd like that as a Panzer. You know, you're helping your team a lot, especially if you're getting clown every time as well. The enemy Panzer, it really takes the pressure off your own team. So we've got 1 down backstairs from what I saw. I think someone's on docks. Chris is on docks.
Got it. Yep.
Here's an LT.
Yep. And Martin is
in
on
the basement
long
with him.
stairs.
So
Well, in the basements as well.
Chris has got the grab and suspects that someone might be behind him, dropping grenade spam. Backed up here by
He's got a
Clown,
bit of support.
Allied soldier. And going to get picked up wisely by Mata the medic. Again, as Commander Obvious, I've got to say that OP really
Ooh, and this
really
looks
want to
like
set a time right now.
a nice push by OP.
Yeah.
Here we go.
should
Inside,
get this,
nice,
they should get
in command, and they get it done. 4-2-8. Much improved from last round OP. It looks like they're shaking off the rust a little bit, Gut, and set a good time. Can KiH beat it? Well, we'll pull up the scores, break it down.
Yeah, it's looking kind of like we all predicted right here. This might go 1-1 on this map, and and then we'll head off to the next one. But we'll see. Obviously, KiH can definitely beat that time.
Be heading into war room coverage here for KiH this round to see how they respond to the time of 4:28 that has been set. To confirm that, yes. It's a doable time for KiH, Merlin.
Yeah, as long as they get the plants down very quickly. If OP get a good plant, last round OP had a terrible plant defense. They only slowed them down by about 10 seconds on breach. So let's hope they can get in a 30-second defense on the plants. Would be massive.
Well, game on.
It's possible.
Go ahead, boys.
But no way it's going to be easy.
We're going to be dialing into the war room right now for KiH. Allied push.
Okay.
Go for it.
Halvvägs då.
And voice, I know that you can hear them as well, so feel free to comment on what they're saying.
One up on bunker.
Kör
One made
så
FFP.
Some Swedish talk.
Postman, take over. I cover. Go.
And they're still.
One on bunker still.
He's dead.
Green light. So you guys have a Skunjan.
FFP, go for it straight.
Mike.
So we actually had a 40-second defense on the dynamite. So the diners are going to blow at like
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
3 minutes, 10 seconds, giving allies barely any time to get it done, and a lot of pressure is going to be piled on
Just
them.
gonna keep doing FFPs.
Still didn't see a wall room of the allies. Still
The
through the
door
eyes
is
of a
still
Skunjan.
implanted, Merle.
It is.
Yeah, the
Try
door
it,
is
yeah.
still
I'm going for
implanted.
it.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah.
So this is very good.
This sucks. Come on.
Nothing.
Let's.
Oh, nice. Cover plant.
There's the green light. Nice.
Revive.
Then
Slå
lose.
skiftet.
Go now. You
Kör,
can do
den
it.
ligger.
And gibbed. But here's
Nice.
Smutzig who completes the job.
You wanna
All
try
right,
jump
time
over?
is short. Still
No,
in
there's
war.
everyone is there.
I wanna try it, but let me try.
So it took them nearly
Good
2
coaching by
minutes
Sil.
to plant and blow the door.
Wait, it's right.
They got one try.
Right, sir.
Okay, let's try.
2 on bunker.
You wanna try? Go.
2
Come
on
on.
bunker. 2 on bunker.
Apology for lost of game sounds was boosting the volume of the war room.
I must
Okay.
kill last.
Oh no. Almost done it. Okay, they spawn 33.
Spawned.
Strikes us. Oh, let's go classes now.
Go medic. No, this one.
One in the window.
One on
Archer
MG
breach.
window.
And here they'll be
Archer
tapping out for their assault classes. Zeron's got about 9 seconds
Striking.
before he
One
bites
pushing
the
flag from
cyanide
short.
tablet.
Yeah, coming
Fly
flag now. Nice.
Second.
Well, airstrike.
Waits to the last minute and spawns in. So here we go.
Jag spanar baksnett, sorry.
Striking up.
Spawn on 35.
53.
53.
53.
Aggressive
I
push.
can be picked up. Black.
Ja, nej,
Don't think we have any.
Like.
I hear a stin. I wonder if it's clown.
Strike.
Next spawn
Yep,
30.
I knew it. Yeah. You hear a stin, you know it's clown.
Hold flag.
One dead on one spawn.
Okay, this is a push. Nice. We go long.
One
We
dead
go
up
long.
there. 2 dead
Little
up there.
Superman routine
Nice.
right there.
30
long.
on spawn.
Jävla fis alltså.
Jag bakom oss.
Ja, kör upp det. Nej,
Coming up
kommer
quickly on
komma
the
ner.
1 minute warning tonight.
Spawnar 13.
Oj, gud, sorry.
Spawning 13.
Jag
Try
ligger.
to get him on full now.
Ja,
Spawning now.
Ser vi här.
jag går ner.
Down with a Skunjan. Takes shots from
yep.
Chris. Gun down.
Warning now.
1 minute warning in 8.
Långt bak.
No, it was 13, right?
Yeah, they are spawned.
This
Nej,
is
nej.
spawn.
There's the alarm.
Next one,
Here's Smutzig.
33.
Where are you?
33 next.
Okay, go.
Chris
Come
is
on,
go.
guys.
Go.
This is it. Here's the
Well,
call
no.
to action.
Ah,
Också gå långt.
You gotta go. Oh, it's a grenade from Karma.
too low. Back
Var är
stairs.
med? Var är med?
OP are falling
Where are
back
you
to
guys?
basement defense here in the final
Everyone go
40
down.
seconds
Jag går
tonight.
All right.
behind us. Ammo. Spawning now.
I'm taking
One
it.
run,
Let's go.
one
One
go.
here. One here. Got him.
Help
him. Missed
He's
it.
full. He's
That's
full.
1 on full, that's 2 on
Apologies.
full. Do or
Come on,
die.
come on, guys.
Which way? It's go time in War Room.
You have to go
Every
short. You must go short.
moment captured now.
Jag
Here we
pushar
go.
långt, jag pushar långt.
Nej, där, nej,
Give
där.
ammo. Give ammo.
Kom igen,
Here.
stöda dem skorta nu.
15.
Go
Going
short,
short.
guys.
Gotta
we're
go.
here. Go, go.
Gotta go.
One medic.
10, 9,
They've got
8,
it.
7. They beat the time. KiH get it done and lock it down tonight. That is a bullet to the head of OP.
Fucking.
Incredible. All right. Wowzers.
What Voice was
I
saying,
got goosebumps.
just on that,
Whoa,
OP
whoa.
got too full.
What just happened? I was in the kitchen and I heard everybody screaming. Did I miss something?
Zed, you missed KiH keeping their cool.
Yeah.
Because that is really what they did.
Alright.
You heard some
Okay.
frantic talking by the guys, but
4-2.
the comms were clear. They knew what to do, and they executed their last attack very, very well. Getting 2 guys on full straight on that push. Really nice work there, and well. clearly it's paid off, because they're up 2-0.
Yeah, I'll update the scoreboard.
More important point here, Zed, you have a kitchen? Really?
It's where his computer is at.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really call it a kitchen.
It's also the living room.
Yeah, it's kind of
Bedroom. Merle, do you think it's beneficial for KiH to start as defense right now, knowing that they're up 2-0, and I'd say Assault is a hard map to attack on?
Well, they know they only have to full hold. I mean, I say only, but if they get a full hold, they've won. They don't have to even really think too much about it. There's a lot of pressure on OP. They have to set a time or they've lost. And the game's over very, very early on Assault. But I think they'll set a time. You rarely see full holds, and I think these two teams will be quite equal on Assault. But I think KiH might get in a decent hold, maybe like 7-8 minutes. It really
Want to adjust your prediction?
I think I'm going to stay with a 2-all draw. I think OP will take Assault.
Alright.
Just because I know how good Chris is on the boxes. Very, very key to the... Like when we played OP, we pretty much run over them on Assault, but the one thing that they were missing was Chris on the boxes, who's massive with his shooting, and he's just so good long range.
But did you play versus KiH on Assault as well?
Yeah, we played against KiH in the official on Assault.
You struggled a bit until you just completely ran their snipers obsolete and barged through.
Well,
but
we had
a
one
solid defense.
Well, we had one like mix-up in terms of Sharky couldn't get down into the garage on the first round, and it put a lot of pressure on us to take control of the garage and stuff. But I mean, that's what KiH will do. They're going to put you under a lot of pressure. No game's easy, no round's easy, and OP have got everything. You know, they've got to fight hard to get back in this game.
Well,
we're underway, Warwitch.
The storyline here tonight: KiH dominate on Beach by the skin of their teeth and come out 2-0, which is exactly what Merlin said needs to happen. In prediction, he thinks that OP is going to come out on top on Assault and force that decider that everybody is rooting for here tonight. So, that being said, the Axis are on the push on Assault, and here's Chris, Bully Clown, Oxy, Karma, and Mata on the attack. So, Gut, been a while, Commander. Great classic North American map. Take it away. Sabo would love it. He loves this map.
This should be fun to watch right here. Let's see. It looks like Panzer down the Axis already. I'm kind of hanging out up top here, just watching the push. But Axis is going to make a typical forward push right here up top. Try to see what they get through. But some good long range shooting there, and the snipers. Yeah. There's as we expected, Zerom and Eskunjan right there, just tearing it up. The Allies seem in control so far.
Tracking Zerom, was tracking Eskunjan there for a bit. Always a pleasure to see these two snipers work. And here we go. A little hesitation there from Zerom, but he gets the kill and takes down Clown. And Eskunjan to his left is really going to work. Go ahead, voice. Go straight down.
Yeah, I was just looking at that shot by Askungan right there. Oxy went in for the revive, and just as he crouched to put in the needle, and there's the flag grab by Moment. Oh, great work! Askungan shot him. So great work by KiH, and putting them back now into the original spawn.
Back to step one. That's got to be frustrating, voice. Back to step one. Here you are on Assault. You've got so much ground to cover, so much you need to accomplish, and he sweeps in, captures the flag. They do have the door planted, so they are going to be hopping down and under, and they're going to have to approach from underneath if they're going to get past those snipers. Eskunjan, look at that, just lighting up the console tonight, Merlin, laying the pain down from long range.
Well, the one thing you can say about big anti-shot from Zerom is, one thing you can say about OP is they have no designated sniper. When you look at their team, you don't go, they're a good sniper. They haven't got anyone who really is known as a sniper. Whereas if you look at KiH, you're instantly like Zerom, Eskunjan. You know, very, very good snipers.
Look what Eskunjan is doing. He's baiting the medic. It is just like in World War II. He's got a man down in the field. He's reaching up in the air. Eskunjan doesn't finish him off. He's like, I know if I leave him alive, the medic's going to come in, and then I'm going to headshot him, and then no medic, and then that guy in the field's going to die. So Skunjan is like living the dream of 1944. Well played. That, along with, look at this, look at the console. Malman's Thompson, Zerom's Panzer, a Skunjan sniping. It is a long-range fiesta of Death Gut.
I'm just watching a Skunjan, just watching him just tear everybody up. Yeah, this is nuts. Like I said, like in the kind of like when we were in the pregame, I said, you know, I thought OP might have won this match until I saw the maps that were picked. This is tight.
Nice, Omen. I'll let your words spit. What is going on? This is brutal.
Oh my god.
Brutal for OP.
Now is the perfect time. Or bring up the console right now for the stream.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, Chris got a kill there. I was going to say, right before Chris got that kill, there was nothing but KiH on there.
This is a good push by OP. Risking it on full, though, and Chris goes down, and Oxy goes down as well. That was the risk I had to take, though. But no, there's revives. Nice.
Big Panzer shot. Really important Panzer shot from Zeron.
You know, Merlin, OP just need to settle down. They've got the skill, they've got the talent. Just get your bearings, get the job done.
Well, the key thing is to get people out full. Just because the allied spawn's so long, 40-second spawn's so long. Get people out in the garage on full.
Indecisive Clown actually threw away his life there by looking door and spawn, not noticing the guy on top shooting him. The box defense is going down quite easily at the moment, though. They're struggling to set it back up. And here comes OP again, going over the tarmac, making their way towards the spawn side again.
The thing about
it is, as you say, Merlin,
it is the easiest thing to set back up. You literally are right on top of the spawn. You want to get them out in garage. It's so hard to get back to garage.
But that is why the essential spawn is so important on this map.
Sill's got full in garage, so that's the LT. Really important to get the LT out in garage. That's going to set you up. Karma got him out on full. If he can't get back to the garage, they're going to have no ammo. It just won't work. That's how RTCW. That's why RTCW is so great. You rely on your teammates for that. Clown needs to just get, you know, 1 or 2 shot here.
He gets the one.
Both LTs are down. So there's not much ammo going around.
Oxy making his way towards the garage.
Lots of OP kills coming in.
Well, prime grenade from Oxy.
Nice grenade,
Touchdown pass to Sill's pants. Nice catch, Sill.
They really have to take control now.
Sill kind of running back. I got it. Oh.
Good reviving there by OP.
Long
I mean, they're dying, but they're not getting gibbed, so.
There's Zerom. He's waiting. Hello. Miss. A rare miss from Zerom.
They had the perfect opportunity just to take over the garage there. I don't know why they didn't go in garage. It's completely clear. They want to go to the spawn every time. Matter finally going in garage door. No support though. Engineer by himself. Like, this is really like basics that they're messing up on. No medic support. Just taking over the wrong parts of the map at the wrong time.
A little uncharacteristic for
now
OP.
KiH have got the garage back. 3
Ouch,
in the garage
Oxy.
again.
Well, here's Karma, who we've talked about a bit, now playing sniper for offense. He's got his work cut out for him.
He can snipe somewhat, but he's not in the region of Askungen and Zerom.
Yeah, good shot though. Takes out Sill.
Takes out Sill though.
Right through the neck.
And he got gibbed by the Panzer.
But just he did give ammo to the medics in the war room or in the garage.
Yeah.
Soul Reaper, it's a feature we hope to get back in action soon. We've been a little unorganized at the MG42 crew. We'll try to get
nice jump by. Who is that? Who is that? Mata?
Well, Feda's up
gets
here
killed
waiting
by
for him.
Smoots though. Oh. Yeah, Feta actually, like the moment the moment Sil dies, he looks at the situation and moves back up to play it safe. Smart play.
Very relaxed looking KiH team, Gut. They are not even breaking a sweat at this point.
Well, yeah, this seems like OP might be frustrated. You know, like Merlin was saying earlier, when they had that push and they had Chris and somebody else by the box room.
We've got Mata. He's got some base penetration, so he is the Engie. And Feta is waiting for him. I know it's there. He's there somewhere. It's Sneaky Feta. Swings around. He's got 2 rounds left in the clip. After that, it's pistol time. Feta swings around, little wham bam shazam from the backside. Guns him down. So that little one-man push ain't gonna happen.
That is where he needed his sniper cover.
Yes.
This is so important. They got people on the or at the tower now. Okay, there's allies pushing, but
1 minute warning coming up.
The engineer is down.
Oh my god.
This is it, they have to go. Why isn't he going? He's got 20 seconds.
Askunga going up. Not want to take the risk. Mr. Last Resort.
Oh my god, 15 seconds.
Mr. Last
oh my
Resort.
god.
And there goes Meta down. Oh, and that is it.
That's it.
That I have to say, that was such a poor round from OP. Really disappointing. They had the 2 really good chances to take control, and they just didn't. They got them out in garage. Then they kept pushing the boxes on the respawn of KiH when, you know, you're playing into their hands. Why get the guy out of garage to push boxes against 4 every time? It's really disappointing.
Well, the best now that OP can hope for, they're going to really have to shore up that defense. KiH have been very solid 3, 2, and a 1, so that is that. No time set. 10 minutes on the clock for KiH to blitzkrieg across Europe towards that experimental plane and make the plan. So if they do, they win the game. If not, well, on we go. But not looking good.
This is the finalist of last year going out already. At least ready for a surprise.
Well, they've had a lot of lineup issues.
Oh, definitely. It's not the same OP for sure.
Yeah, I think they didn't perform in this game. I mean, when you consider how they played against FaZe in their game when they lost 2-1, most people would have said they were obviously going to lose that game, and they played really, really well and just lost that game. Whereas here, I guess most people would have thought they would have won. The map choices were not great. They don't have like I said, they don't have a designated sniper, and they're coming up against 2 very well-known snipers. And Askunjan ripped them apart for like the first 6 minutes of the.
Should pull up the scores. Apologies, guys. Let's go back to that very quickly and take a look. You can see Askunjan and Zero both. Crazy ratios right there. It's just eclipsing, eclipsing the OPT. That is unfortunate. And as OP, you have to put it behind you. Okay, we're not going to win Assault. Let's just hold them off and see what happens from that point. It's impressive. Look at that.
It's impressive to see how Chris is still miles ahead in kills compared to the rest of his team. Of course, he was a lieutenant, but 17 kills, whereas the next guy has 7.
Well, they didn't even manage to get on the tarmac, boys. That's the problem. I mean, they were just dissected and vivisected right from the start. So that being said, roles reversed, OP take defense, and we'll see what they can lay down in terms of sniper coverage tonight. Gut, you've got the call, Commander. Let's go. Football back to you.
Sweet. Yeah, and yeah, pretty much this watching a bit of a blowout as I'm watching Peyton Manning and the Broncos on TV right now, even though they are technically losing. We're watching KiH playing like the Broncos so far this year. Just wow, yeah. I mean, this is crazy. Like I said, we thought, go figure, we thought this was going to be really close, and as of now, I mean, they can't lose the match right now without a decider. So
here's Askunjan again, waiting for the medic, baiting him. See ya, bully! Oh, man! Headshot, gun down. That is ruthless. Just, dissecting. You gotta take Askunjan out. And as Merlin and Voice have, look at this, have talked about, without someone of his caliber, counter-sniping. He is going to wipe you out all the way across the map. One shot after another. Askunjan and Zerom are both really a huge source of the pain for OP right now.
I'm gonna say this is stinging to Zerom a bit, because Zerom probably is the #1 sniper, and Askunjan the #2, and Askunjan is just having the night of his life. Come on, Zerom, step up your game.
Teaching the master, huh? A student becomes the master?
Something like that.
It's a good story. Don't rain on my parade, boys. Roll with it.
I'm rolling with it. I'm loving it.
Another headshot. Bully back on his feet. Been a while since we've done some War Room coverage. We'll dial back in. Let's see who we got here. All right. KiH.
Okay. Next spawn is 18.
On a door?
What door, yeah?
FFVs on the
Yeah,
a
they
lot.
went down.
boxes.
Two guys
One more.
spawn boxes.
Yeah.
Two on spawn. Panzer is out.
Dialed
Panzer is
into the
dead.
Axis offense yield tonight.
One behind the box to spawn.
And
We
we'll
need to
flip it
try
here
to
in a
get
bit and
the
head over to
OP
OP.
door.
Alla spann och en allt där.
Vänta, han är till höger.
I'm at the door.
Nice.
Like, spawning 18.
I'm gonna do
kvar.
FFV to spawn.
18.
Det är kvar truck.
Hurry up,
I'm
guys.
doing FFV to spawn. I can't
Try to
walk out now.
take over spawn. I'm spawn raping.
Watch out for the FFV though.
Gå till
Like a tiger waiting to
Response.
pounce. Look at this.
hörnet.
Just spawn, yeah.
One dead. One
Nice.
give.
Gibban, Gibban.
Go to spawn, go to
I
spawn.
dare you to
Rape
poke
them.
your head
Come
out
on.
that
One behind
door.
the boxes.
Take him
I'm
out.
still behind.
Panzer.
Lancer up. I can be picked up.
Low
Lancer
boxes
up.
is
Hello.
naded.
Door, door, door.
Go door.
Skip.
Let's go door.
Open
Let's
door.
go door.
Doors open. Doors
Go.
open.
2 inside door.
I'm
Ah
nading.
shit, I'm dead. Vänta.
Still
Samma,
Panzer.
samma. Okej, jag ligger vid dörren.
You
You
go.
can see the
Next
action
one
from
is
the long
38.
range
Wait,
from the
38.
scope of Askunjan.
Yeah, I will
38.
strike in spawn.
Let's start.
Oh, watch out out of nowhere. You see it in console. Wham, bam,
Okay,
Shazam
it doesn't
style.
matter, right? We do
Clown
it
gets
next
it done. 3-man kill.
Go to the boxes.
Didn't see it, but I felt it all the way from here.
One full.
Snake Smiths.
Nice.
I'm really one. I'm really one.
Okay, let's do it.
We're pushing.
So
Try to
shooting door.
make
I'm
sure they're
shooting
not
door,
pushing.
guys.
Now with Zerom.
Nice. Oh.
Panzer shot.
Goodbye.
Clown
That's fine now.
fired, Zerom fired.
No.
Both Panzers out.
58.
Panzer on the hill. Panzer on mountain.
Strike for mig.
Spawning 58 now.
Panzer on mountain. Panzer fortfarande uppe berget där.
Asken. Höger.
Ja,
Panzer shot.
Panzer gott.
Yes,
nu
spawn
går
now.
medic.
Ja, garage.
Jag kommer ner
Make them
garage.
nervous at the boxes. Come on.
Kommer ner
guys.
garage.
I'm getting hit from the door.
What are you
Kom igen.
hearing,
Nej,
voice
det är en garage.
from
Ja, men det är det
KiH right
garage.
now? They seem pretty calm to you?
Fairly calm, yeah. Of course, they know they've got the game in the pocket.
Okay, guys.
I was actually listening to Sil. I like it a lot how he just
Jerome,
keeps
I want
playing
you
his
to
own
Yeah, but
game,
I'm on
focus.
despite the fact that he's running with 5 Nordic people shouting random shit in his ear, and he just coaches his team. It's very nice.
He better learn the language quick, right? Out of War Room now. We'll do it.
Exactly.
We'll do a little flippy doodle here in a second. I can't believe I just used that term.
I thought that would be that'd be funny if someone was listening to this cast who's not that familiar with English, and they would hear us saying garage and also hearing garage, trying to figure out what those two places are.
I think the first-time viewer would be got a lot of questions. Why is he
Yeah,
dressed
and
like
also
that?
what is this game that we were watching?
Why is there a goat? There's a lot of things that I think people would wonder. What's important here is KiH. They've got 4 minutes to seal the deal, win the game.
They do. I have to say though that despite that KiH of course is playing a fairly comfortable game, they are not as strong an attack as they need to be either, or as well. I mean, they
Well,
try
the
to push
pressure's off now.
the boxes.
Well,
True.
when you've got the win, you do take your foot off the pedal a little bit.
Nice,
The win is 100% secured. They can't lose. They're going to be just enjoying the game. Not going to be going too much into like
And as I say, that
Stressing each
still
other
actually
out.
went through the garage as an engineer and is making his way up the tower right now. Oh. Thanks for proving me wrong, guys. Here
They
comes
can
the
do like a
plant.
nice little sneak.
Oh. No! Oh! Thank you! Thank you!
4 people went up for him. They didn't want him to get that plant.
Yeah, he went for it, but that did not turn out very well for him tonight.
Clown to a panzer kill, cold kill, panzer kill, cold kill. Keep it up, Clown. I mean, if you can't kill all of them with your panzer, just use the cold.
Well,
ouch!
Clown out.
Unfortunate team kill by Bully there. And that is... when are they respawning? Oh, they just did. Still 2 people out of position.
Yeah, Clown is full as well. It's really easy to push across the top into the garage without a panzer there.
Wow. There's still Chris at the boxes.
Yeah,
Bringing the Viking to the game. And so is Sarah, of course, sorry.
Time running out here for KiH.
It's all working into my hands for the prediction.
3-man
2-1.
strike. Ooh. These 2 guys are lucky, Malman and Smutzer.
Aren't there a bit
Very
many
close to
people
being
in
struck.
garage at the moment?
3. How many's meant to be there? 3.
Oh no, yeah, okay. I thought there were more, my bad.
Long, painful
4
rounds
people
on
just
assault.
standing outside the garage.
Here comes Clown with the Panzer again.
Say it is fun to watch Chris play the boxes there. I mean, if anything, even if he's not getting kills, I mean, just being an annoyance over there to the Axis push.
Well, look at him go, Chris with 33 kills already. 4 behind Askungen, who was the amazing sniper. Clown actually picked up as well, compared to the attack round, having now 25 kills. Here comes the garage push. Malman leading the push. 1 medic behind them, engineer a bit behind that. And knocked down.
The revive.
Alright, here comes the revive. Ooh, just in time, those revives. That was a great push.
Alive, 11 health. Going up the tower now.
With Smutsik behind him.
Oh, yeah. 3-man tower push now. Oh, he needs help.
Skills going up. Oh,
did he just... No.
Yeah,
couldn't have
tapped
been a
out.
give through the...
Oh, maybe if it was a give, that would have been amazing. But I think he tapped out because it was on 30 seconds and he knew he couldn't get it. So it was just
probably, yeah.
Yeah, it takes 30 seconds for the dynamite after it's down to tick away. So that is it. And very strong start to the match tonight, with kind of a, well, dismantling, floundering finish. Bam.
I'm still curious now, because OP just proved that they can full hold as well.
Yes. So we could be looking at another.
Yeah, what if OP had started on defense?
Yeah, maybe.
Better round this time.
Not really much.
And in terms of ratios.
Thinking about it, I guess.
True.
But now we get to see well, I guess what are the possible outcomes here, Merlin? I mean, that should be it, right?
Well, it was on the full hold by KiH, so they'd already secured it. It's going to be either 2-0 KH, 3-0 KH, or 2-1 KH right now. So they're just going to play out the last round as you do, and I think OP are going to be disappointed, if I'm honest.
Not quite the game that you kind of expected?
I don't think... I think most people would have expected OP to have won. Not looking at the maps. Like I said before, maps do play a big part. They've gone to maps where, like I said, they need a sniper, they don't have a sniper. They maybe should have taken a merc who could snipe, that could have helped them a bit, but...
I think they settled on the merc before they knew the maps, but yeah.
Yeah.
What legendary snipers are out there available as merc at the moment? Apart from myself, of course.
Abort is not available.
Abort
it's a real pleasure to watch Eskunjan work here, but oh god, it's brutal. Oh, I've been on the receiving end of this kind of thing before, and that not fun.
It's fun to watch, like, the two of them from third person as well as they're working together on this map. Like, they just kind of keep hopping around each other. One keeps hopping in front of the other one.
I'm just, well, probably was us going to take some extra risk there, and Zerm as well. They're not even hiding anymore, which you normally do as a sniper. You know, you take a position of cover where you can pop out from and shoot the enemy. But no, these guys sit in plain sight and they just shoot everyone that even looks at them. So, bit cocky,
because they've not got a sniper coming up against them. If you've got no one who's sniping against you, I mean,
this is where you need clown stand.
The clown stand, yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, like, it's a great game to watch, and of course, may the best team win. But I'm actually quite shocked or disappointed that OP is actually eliminated already. It's OP.
Well, someone's got to be eliminated.
I'm a little
big
disappointed that Assault wasn't the first map, basically, because I wanted to see more of a real hardcore kind of battle on this map, as opposed to where, you know, after the first half round, it kind of turned into garbage time, and, you know, this is what we're playing now.
True. Nonetheless, we saw some great beach rounds.
Yeah, beach
very true.
Was some classic beach rounds for sure. Very nice attacks on both teams, to be fair.
Follow Askungen.
Yeah. I mean, and if you think about beach, I think OP could have probably taken both rounds. I mean, it was that close.
Yeah, it was
we
real
could
close.
be looking at a 2-0 to OP right now, so... I mean, it comes down to, like, just how the plays and what you can pull out of the bag, but... I mean, KiH deserve it for sure, but... Such a close game. No decided, Zed. Unlucky, mate.
Yeah, kind of disappointed. Well,
I'm already looking forward to the next match. You know.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What does that set up here in the coming days? So, KiH are going to advance. The score, it's the only thing that remains up in the air here. So for those of you who have made your predictions, obviously, that's what we're fighting for right now. But KiH won it, and won it actually some time back, as was announced in the garbage time announcement. So what does this set up for our future, Voice? I mean, you're looking forward to it, so break it down.
Well, that means KiH is going to go to the loser bracket final, and they're going to either meet Raw or One Soldier there, because they still have to battle in the upper bracket final. And of course, that match on itself, Raw versus One Soldier, probably the two best, obviously the two best teams in the scene at the moment, fighting it off, battling for the upper bracket title. Yeah. Gonna be very interesting, but also the next game, which is pretty much gonna be a replay either from the amazing final we saw in the one-day cup, Christmas one-day cup between KiH and Raw, or the game we saw a few weeks back between One Soldier and KiH. There's just so much exciting games coming, or so many. It's two very exciting games coming.
I
and then
can hear
there's final.
the glee in your voice. You can't contain it.
Well, this is what I'm still playing the game for. These type of games, these type of matches with these type of teams.
So, Gut OP kind of having a Viking sort of season. The tools are there, but it's just not coming together.
Exactly. It is kind of similar when we looked at the stats like from the last round, for instance. I mean, you look at Chris was kind of there, Adrian Peterson, but the rest of the team wasn't quite there.
And everybody said who?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody that's not a football fan watching right now.
Yeah, I love our
American
continued
football, I guess.
NFL references to a completely European audience. Way to go!
for all 5 of our American viewers.
That's right.
Who are watching garbage time of a match that's already decided.
Yeah.
No, I'm psyched to see. I can't wait for 2 weeks from now for One Soldier and Raw. I mean, that should be like Boyce said. I mean, they're obviously the top 2 teams. They're the 2 survivors of the winners bracket, so that should be a fun time. Obviously, Merlinator will be playing in the match.
It's a possibility. I could be playing.
I think it's likely.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
That comment was also targeted towards our 5 American viewers, just in case they don't know who you are.
Yeah, indeed.
Regardless, definitely fun to see Beach and Assault. I did not expect it, to be honest. I was thinking we'd see Village, Frostbite, Village Ice. You know, something more European in terms of map choices, but KiH very strong on Beach, as I think was announced in chat channel earlier. But Beach could have gone to either team. OP definitely showed their teeth there. But on Assault, on a map so heavily favored by snipers, this is really where KiH have shown. And it's been no contest on Assault whatsoever. So there's no story for me to spin, Voice. There's no drama. It's just been one-sided straight down the console. Now, granted, OP have warmed up a little bit.
You can always find drama.
They've warmed up a little bit, you know, number-wise, but a little too late.
I'm actually looking at the console and I see that Fetus tabbed Oxy. I missed that. I mean, we can create some drama about that.
Yeah.
Karma was just about to get stabbed by Sil, and he killed out just in time. Yeah, KH is just having some fun now.
Well, so here's a question for Merlin then for the match 2 weeks from now. And obviously you're not going to say your exact map strategy, but is there a chance you will not eliminate UFO from your map eliminations?
So you don't want me to say the map strat, but you want me to say if we're going to eliminate UFO?
Exactly. It was a loaded question. I'll admit that.
I think that one of the strongest factors and why we've been quite a dominant team is that we don't have a weak map, in that we work hard at every map, and if we're weak at it, if anything, we try and make it our stronger map. So there was once upon a time when Beach was probably our weakest map, and we knew it, and other teams started to realise that we weren't very good at Beach, so we practiced it a lot and we worked on it, and it became our strongest map. It was for a period very strong for us. So we don't really have any weak maps in terms of that's a bonus for us in terms of elimination.
Certainly none that you're going to announce on a shoutcast that every opposing player.
Well, no, I can be totally honest. We don't have any weak maps in this map pool. We might have stronger maps, like, but I'm not going to say. I think some of them are pretty obvious, but I'm not going to say anything.
Nice
but
question,
we don't have.
We
don't have any weak maps.
No glaring weaknesses,
yeah,
though. So that should bring us to a final score of what, 2-0, correct? Just straight up.
No.
Still the last attack to go, so it could be 2-1. Did someone predict 2-1 to KiH?
I predicted 2-1.
Oh. Well,
And I'm feeling it. Exactly. I'm feeling that OP is gonna take home those that last half.
That consolation round.
Okay.
Exactly.
I lost around somewhere in my note-taking, hence my confusion. I'm like, wait, huh? I must have blocked out the 10 minutes of suffering. So here's your score rundown. Obviously, more now in favor of OP, but I think that round wasn't a little clowning around going around, I guess.
There were some moments where you might say that KiH wasn't the most serious team per se.
Can we see an all soldier round? Because that would be awesome. I want to see some venoms and flamethrowers going on.
Full venom rush.
They might just push the flag. Yep, they're just pushing the flag.
Hell, no. We got Askungan and Zerm as a sniper.
Oh.
Except that Feta is a sniper. This is worrying me.
Feta's a panther.
Oh good. Oh god. That's because his dad is watching. I'm telling you.
You gotta make a big deal if he gets a big kill.
Oh no! It was the engineer though, wasn't it?
And that kill wins the match by Feta. Well done, Feta. And then we had the round of applause like in the background. Yeah, well done, well done.
I'll give it to you.
Oh.
You gotta boost the numbers up with that too. Like, all 6,000 people watching enjoyed that kill.
Well, plenty of targets now for Zerom. Full spawn. Here come the Axis. Takes out Clown. Skunjan there to his right-hand flank. Guns down Karma. And it's a sniper fest. Look at this. Oh, God.
This is getting messy.
This is so painful to go into. Like, just to watch.
Meat grinder.
OP just don't have a sniper. And this is just so easy. Zerom's just sitting there going, thank you. It's like early Christmas
Zerom's
present.
just sitting there going like, shit, I'm running out of ammo.
Yeah. Maybe that's the tactic. Just let him shoot all his bullets at us. Then we can get through. I mean, he's got what? Just in one console pull down, he's got 8 kills, 9 kills, 10 kills. 10 kills with a sniper rifle.
Are you kidding me? Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, I don't know, your score looks in doubt maybe a little bit. You're the only one who can get it right now, I guess. I don't think anyone would have thought 2-0.
No.
I mean, look through the eyes of Chris here, God. Look at what you're facing. Like, you know, sometimes you sit back in third, or you look from the eyes of the defense, but when you put yourself in the face of the offense and you look towards this, that's daunting. There's barbed wire, there's sniper shots, airstrikes, and you've got to cover this tarmac, and the entire time you're under fire. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, like, I said it in the pregame there where after these maps were chosen, I was just like, man, my original prediction was off, but I still, like, kind of hedged, and I went like, oh, okay, now it's a decider and OP wins, but, man, like, after I've watched Zerom and a Skunjan snipe so much, I don't know why I doubted KiH. They played great. Excellent match, and yeah, and how can you add to, you're in the eyes of Chris or anybody on OP, and especially, I gotta feel bad for Karma right now. Like, it's gotta be bad, like, being a merc for a team that's known for being great, and then you hop in and you lose 2-0. That can't be fun.
Well, he's done fairly well. I wouldn't say that he's
he
been
has,
the shining MVP, but
he
certainly hasn't made any massive mistakes.
I'm not
so
blaming him by any means.
I think he can come out of this feeling okay, but yes, I hear you.
I mean, it's one of those weird coincidences, I think. It's one of those weird coincidences, you know, where you hop in and all of a sudden the team starts losing.
The karmic curse.
I think it was more down to the maps than anything.
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
the,
Well, you guys said that early
not-
on that
not
it was
the
all
lineup
map
one.
choice, that was going to determine a lot about this map tonight, or the match. I think in the same way that if you choose maps that take document runs out of the hands of Feta, then you limit their chances to win. Now, granted, we haven't really seen much from him on Beach in terms of that, but on paper it sounds good. The same can be said here, that the sniping situation that we talked about certainly has played in the favor of KiH.
Yeah, it didn't help them set the time though, which, oh, nice work by Mama there, taking 4! Oh, Mama, and he is still shooting!
5! My god.
Let's try to get to Malman quick. It might be a little too late.
Ooh.
But he's on a roll.
This chicken
Curse of the Shoutcaster now, he's gonna die, watch. Go ahead, boys.
My teammate. No, I'm just enjoying what I'm seeing.
He's a machine. Oh, yeah.
Malman's still going. He's got another 2. Really, really nice. I've noticed in the last week or two, Malman has started performing really nice, aim-wise.
Yeah, I don't
well.
I don't want to pat myself on the shoulder, but Mama started playing Counter-Strike with me and Zerom, and clearly it's been paying off. I mean, no, he's in a good shape. I agree, Merrill.
In one of the 3-on-3 cups as well.
Go ahead.
Skunjan was shooting the SMG, unreal. I think they lost the cup in the end. It was when it was Team Yellow, but he was having some really nice performances with the SMG as well. So the Malman brothers, or Malm brothers, should I say, really pulling out the big shot. Of course, you know their brothers, right, Warwitch?
Oh yes.
Skunjan and
Learned that very early, in fact. Do they play from the same house?
I don't think so.
I think they've done it last cup once, but other than that, no, they live in separate houses. So I'm specking Chris a bit. That man has such an amazing aim.
Haven't really done much war room coverage here as we've entered garbage time, but usually don't want to hear what teams are saying. The winning team's usually joking, and the team that's losing is usually pretty pissed.
Either quiet or just swearing at each other, or
Yeah.
swearing at the other team. Yep, it's normal.
I'm trying to look up a comment I saw someone make in the chat earlier regarding old OP versus new OP. Let's see if I can find it though.
There's another great shot by Zero on there a minute ago.
Well, there is some truth to that. The OP in the Anniversary Cup was a very dominant team. There was almost no question that it was going to be them and one soldier in the finals. And then kind of Raw snuck in there at the end and really surprised everyone as well with a very dominant performance. But definitely not as strong of a showing in the Legacy Cup as they did in the Anniversary Cup.
Well, when we returned to play RTCW for the Anniversary Cup, we were pretty rusty, and when we pracked against OP, they were smashing us pretty much on Frostbite, Ice, and those sort of maps, just because they had played for a long period when we were inactive, and that really showed. Oh, Zero! Whoops.
Whoopsie. We'll give him the GOAT reward for that one.
Oh man. So yeah, I think they lack the practice that they had before, and everyone else is not as rusty as they once were as well. So.
Oh, and the lineup changes, of course, missing
Yeah,
Sipri,
they've had lineup issues, and
yes, Cypri, Mystic, and Circa, I guess.
And they do have obvious weaknesses as a team. I mean, like I say, they don't have a sniper, they don't really have a docks carrier, and those two key positions in the team. Whereas you look at other teams, you look at KiH, you say Askunjan and Feta, really strong docks carriers. You look at even Smutsig, most of them can carry docks. You look at our team, same sort of deal. Me, Crumbs, quite strong docks carriers. Most people in our team can carry docks, but OP, I mean, they always had a problem. Maybe Matter, but Matter generally doesn't take docks. I mean, it's and like I said, no snipers as well. Very one-dimensional team, and it can be quite easy to just manipulate them and force the maps you want.
Fun detail, which Clifford just pointed out. These are the same maps KiH played in the Eurocup 10 final versus Emaho, which
nice.
was in Kansas at the time. They lost that game though.
Well, in
And
10,
they-
that's
in
going to
fact,
bring it up
2-0.
as a 2-0 score. I don't think anyone predicted that, did they? A lot of 4-2s. Very strong start and a languishing finish. 2-0, KiH win it. I would guess in decisive fashion, just not dramatic fashion. Congratulations. Victory is there. So good games being exchanged. And that will set us up for the upcoming, well, Zed, for some great matches coming up, I guess. I'm kind of hearing talk. Next match
In 2 weeks from now, One Soldier versus Raw, or FaZe as they're now called.
Okay. You feeling pretty good about that one, Merlin?
Yeah. Well, it's the honest truth that we are the stronger team. We have talked about it. We're going to have to play badly for them to win, and they're going to have to play well. So, as long as we bring our game, I think we should be able to win. They are good, but I think we're better. I think it's as simple as that.
See, I like that. I threw Merlin a kind of a hidden question, and Warwitch is just like, oh yeah, feeling good about that?
Straight up. So congratulations to KiH, who advanced in the consolation bracket, knocking OP clear out. So that being said, we're coming down to the final three. Master Titans, the epic teams, locking horns in the Return to Castle Wolfenstein Legacy Cup, organized by General Zed and Merlinator and friends. Very talented MG42 crew, and a goat behind the scenes helping us out. So, late start, strange finish, but I think the games to come here, Gut, are going to be amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I hope so. And they should be. I mean, like we said, we've seen Raw, we've seen One Soldier. They are great teams to watch, and it should be fun to see 2 weeks from now.
So we're not going to be on air next Sunday. It looks like we'll be taking another break. Surprise, surprise. It's all right. You guys keep coming back, so just hang tight. 2 weeks. And we'll be back with some more action tonight. And like I said, I've got some upgrades coming to Warwitch TV, and in the form of the long talked about, the long discussed proper backdrop, as well as upgrades to the actual face of the stream. It should be interesting. So hang tight for that as well. All right, guys. Well, on behalf of Gut, Merlin, Voice, and Zed, and Wolwich on the mic, saying good games and good night. Congratulations, KiH. OP out for now, but I'm sure we'll be seeing these guys, talented players, in the future. We'll see you soon. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.